Hello and welcome to Your Journey Yoga. I'm Cheryl. Thanks for joining me today. If this is your first time with me, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I always like to really work on letting go of tension and stress and just be present. Today's world, there's so many stressors, there's so many things that we let our mind kind of get too wrapped up in, and it's really nice to be able to just step away for a few minutes and check in. And that's this time on your mat. So focusing on your breath, focusing on all that's right in your life, all of the amazing things that your body allows you to get done today. And we're gonna celebrate those things on our mat. If you're coming back with me and you've been with me before, thank you for joining me. Take it at your own pace. If you need to stop, please do. If you need a drink of water, grab one. Make sure you've got some handy. If something's not right, you don't have to do it. So even if you just do 10%, 20% of the class, it's more than you would have done if you hadn't stepped on your mat today. So keep that in mind and keep a smile on your face, an open mind, a sense of humor, and let's get going. So in something comfortable, nothing super binding, nothing super loose, so it doesn't end up over your head. And again, that water handy, and let's get going. So starting just anywhere on your mat that you'd like to be, standing nice and tall, mindful of your posture. We're going to close our eyes. Of course, you can keep your eyes open if that's better for you. And we're just going to notice the ears over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips, hips over the knees, knees over the ankles. And we're going to shift our weight forward into the balls of the feet and into those toes, but your heels still stay connected to the mat, noticing how the quadriceps engage, the core engages. We start to shift our weight back to our heels and we lift our toes. Pressing the balls of the feet into the mat, those toes are lifted. Now slowly shift your weight forward, back to the toes, back to the balls of the feet, and maybe give a little lift to those heels. Now you might want to open your eyes if they're closed. That'll help keep you balanced. Eyes closed, just a little more challenging. And once again, weight back to the heels, lift your toes. This time, let's spread those toes, and it helps if you spread your fingers. For whatever reason, they're connected. Breathe. Now, keeping that space between the toes, firmly plant them back down into the mat. Relax your hands. Take a big breath in, close those eyes. And as you exhale, release your chin towards the chest. Inhale, head up nice and tall, and as you exhale, gently release your head to the back. Core staying strong, inhale, slowly lift that head. And as you exhale, lean the head to the right, right ear over the right shoulder. Now we're going to reach with those fingertips as far down our legs as we can reach. Find that breath. Can you reach any further with those left fingertips? That's going to deepen the stretch through the neck, helping to let go of tension. Inhale, head up nice and tall, and as you exhale, lean the head to the left. Left ear over the left shoulder. Core is strong. We're going to reach those fingertips towards the floor. Can you still feel that connection of the soles of the feet into the mat? Now can you reach any further with those right fingertips? Inhale, head up nice and tall. Once again, release the chin towards the chest. With the chin towards the chest, roll those shoulders up and back. Shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Core staying strong. Bend both knees. Place your hands just above the knees. Fingertips pointing inward. Core is strong. We take a big breath in and we press the chest forward. Arch the back. Gaze to the sky. Standing cat and cow. As you exhale, hollow your tummy and chest. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Inhale it back to cow. Exhale it to cat. One more time each direction, just moving at your pace. We're working out the kinks in our back. We come back to that neutral spine. Reach to the sky. Exhale, left hand down, right arm high, lean in and reach. Standing lateral flexion. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, other side, lean in and reach. Inhale, both arms come up, cactus arms. As you exhale, bend the elbows, squeeze those shoulder blades, squeeze the elbows behind, spread your fingers wide. Inhale, reach to the sky, super energetic. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach. So feeling those arms, the shoulders, the upper and middle back. Exhale, squeeze. Last time. Inhale, reach to the sky. Pull the hands to heart center and let's step to the top of the mat if you're not already there. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Walk, step, or hop to high plank, and we're just going to hold our high plank either on the toes or the knees. We lift out of the shoulders. We lengthen through the crown of the head, strong through the belly. As you exhale, lift the hips. We come into our first downward facing dog. In our downward facing dog, we spread our fingers nice and wide. We allow the head to be heavy, our core strong. We're working to get the bend out of the wrists as much as we can. So oftentimes, there's a lot of pressure going on in the shoulders and the wrists with those wrists bent. Even if that means you need to bend your knees, press through the palms of the hands and guide your weight back to get that bend out of the wrists as much as possible. And then slowly begin to extend those legs. We bend the right knee, left heel presses towards the floor. Switch sides, left knee bends, right heel down. Switch again. And one more time. We inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones as high as you can get them. And as you exhale, let your heels sink. We inhale it to high plank. Crocodile down, elbows right by the ribs. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. We shift our weight to our left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through. Back knee to the floor, top of the foot to the floor. We lift the chest and place that right hand to the top of that right thigh. Left arm extends out, lift it high, arch it back. Gaze to the sky, pressing those hips forward and reaching back with that left hand. Long stretch, all the way down the left side of the body. Inhale it up tall. Release that left hand to the inside of your foot. Tuck your back toes if you like. Lift that back knee, otherwise that knee can stay down. We rotate and extend right arm to the sky, reaching up as high as you can reach. Now rotate that right palm towards the front of the room, reach it up and over. Arm right along the side of the face, reaching out. We inhale, lift that right arm back to the sky, and then as you exhale, slowly lower that right hand straight back. Can you touch the back of the room? Reach out through those fingertips. Breathe. Inhale, lift that right arm back to the sky. Slowly release that right hand down. Lift your hips, sweep it back. Extend right leg to the sky. And gently release it down. Holding your down dog or inhale it to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. Shifting your weight to your right foot, left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through. Back knee to the floor, top of the foot to the floor. We lift the chest, place that left hand to the top of the thigh. Right arm extends out. Lift it high. Arch it back. Again, as those hips press forward and we reach back with that right hand, just that beautiful long stretch all the way through the right side of the body. Inhale it up tall. Place that right hand to the inside of your left foot if you like. Keep that back knee down. Otherwise, tuck the toes. Lift that back knee. Rotate and extend. Left arm to the sky. Reach up as far as you can reach. Where does your gaze need to be for your neck to be happy? Now rotate that left palm towards the front of the room, reach it up and over. Again, that arm comes to rest right along the side of the face. We reach out, we lengthen. We're lifting out of that right shoulder. Inhale, lift that left arm back to the sky. And then slowly lower that arm down. Can you touch the back of the room? Find that breath. Reach out through the fingertips. This pose full of intensity and purpose. Inhale, lift that left arm back to the sky. And as you exhale, release your hand down. One hand on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back. Extend left leg to the sky. And gently release it down. Holding your down dog or inhale it to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Sit it back to child's pose. In our child's pose position, arms can be extended out nice and long. Or you're welcome to stack your hands, forehead resting against the back of the hands. Or bring your hands back by your feet, palms open to the sky, and relax the weight of the arms. You can have those knees together or those knees apart. We just want to find the place that feels the very best to us. And breathe. Inhale, lift just slightly. Walk your hands out to the left. Reach to your right fingertips and then press your hips to the right. Relax the weight of your upper body down. Just a nice long stretch all the way down the right side of your body. Inhale, lift just slightly. Walk your hands back to center. And then over to the right. Reach to your left fingertips. Press your hips to the left. And relax the weight of the upper body down. Breathe. Inhale, lift just slightly. Walk your hands back through center. Back to child's pose. Extending those arms out nice and long. Hands shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers wide. Let's lift the forehead, tuck the toes. Back up to down dog we go. And gently alternate bending knees. Walk it out. Head is heavy. Soften your face. And just pedal those feet. Just noticing that nice long stretch down the backs of the legs. We inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones as high as you can get them. And then as you exhale, let your heels sink. We shift our weight to our left foot, right toes to the sky. Go ahead and open up those hips. Add a flex of that right foot. Maybe bend your right knee and draw your heel towards your bottom. As you open up those hips, just notice how your body responds. Great stretch down the back of that left leg. Straightening that right leg and gently release it down. Inhale it to high plank or high push-up position. Shifting your weight to your right foot, left leg lifts. We're going to tap that left toe out and come back. Left toe out and come back. 2 more times. Out and back. Just a little tap. Out and back. Release your foot. Lift your hips to down dog. We shift our weight to our right foot, left toes to the sky, opening up those hips, lifting that left leg. If you like, flex that left foot, bend that left knee, draw your heel towards your bottom. Beautiful long stretch down the back of that right leg. Once again, extending left leg to the sky and slowly release it down. We inhale it to high plank. Shift your weight to your left foot. Right leg lifts. Flex your foot, core strong. We tap the right toe out. Come back to center. Right leg comes out. Back to center 2 more times. Out to center. Out and back to center. Release the leg. Lift the hips. To down dog. Makes down dog feel pretty good. Gently sway those hips side to side. Coming back to center. Take the gaze between your hands. Walk, step, or hop. to forward fold. Relax the weight of the upper body down. Shift your weight back towards your heels. Core is strong. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, begin to bend your knees. Lower your bottom, only as low as is right for you. So if you're taking care of knees, guys, take care of those knees. Weight is in the heels. We can still lift those toes. As you exhale, extend the legs. All the way up to forward fold. Inhale, weight shifts back to those heels. Lower your bottom. As low as is right for you. Exhale and extend those legs. All the way back to forward fold. Let's do that one more time. Weight in the heels, bend the knees. Lower it down. And as you exhale, extend those legs to forward fold. And roll it up. You're a rag doll being picked up by the waist. With a big shoulder roll at the top. Shoulders slide down and away to mount. Tummies are tight, glutes are tight, palms open to the front. Whole body engaged. Inhale, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, take a giant step back. Open the arms to a T. Toes turn out to the outside corners of your mat. Pull the hands to heart center and sink into those legs. Chest is lifted. Pelvis is tucked under. Knees are rolled back. Core is strong. We slide to the left. We come back to center. We slide to the right. Come back to center. One more time each side. Slide to the left. Come back to center and slide to the right. Come back to center. Hold. Core strong. We lift our right heel. Breathe. Find that breath. Release the right. Lift the left. Staying low in those legs. Core is strong. Release the left. Find a focal point out in front of you and lift both heels. High as you can get up. Strong through that core, strong through the legs. Let go of expectations. Release the heels. Inhale, half lift, just half. Exhale and extend. Breathe, sinking into those legs. Interlace your fingers, press your palms out and up. Take a big breath in, soften the shoulders, and as you exhale, lean to the left. Press through that right palm. Inhale, rise. And exhale, lean to the right. Press through that left palm. Inhale, back to center. Pull the hands to heart center. Inhale, reach to the sky. Open the arms out to a T, core strong, hinge forward, all the way over. Relax the weight of the arms, the weight of the head, the weight of that upper body. Just nice big breaths. If you like, take a hold of the outsides of the ankles. If you like, use the strength of those arms to start to pull that upper body towards the space between your legs. Now we're working to get the crown of the head towards the floor. And if that happens before you'd like it to, heel toe those feet in just once or twice, like I just did. And it'll give you a little more height, a little more room to play. Now let's bring those hands through the legs. Fingertips pointing away from you, and you're going to walk your hands back. Drawing that upper body towards the space between the legs even more. Now notice if that shifts your weight back into your heels. We're going to work to glue our hands where they are and shift our weight forward. Weight into the balls of the feet. Feel that amazing stretch through that upper and middle back. A little tuck of your chin towards your chest. Find your breath. Feel that stretch through the hamstrings and the glutes, that release in that lower back. Core is strong, center your weight. Lift the upper body enough to release those arms and let them hang. Find your breath. Inhale, lift halfway up, extend the arms. Core is strong. We're going to walk our hands towards back to the top of the mat. We're going to spin on our balls of our feet and come into a runner's lunge. Hand on either side of the foot. Core is strong. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, straighten that front leg. Back heel down, front toes lift. Square your hips and draw your nose towards your knee. Inhale it back to that runner's lunge. Exhale, lift the hips. Straighten that front leg. Back heel down, square those hips. Nose towards your knee. There's kind of a holy cow stretch going on behind that right leg. Inhale back to that runner's lunge. One more time, exhale, straighten that front leg, back heel down, square your hips, nose towards your knee. And inhale back to that runner's lunge. Bring both hands to the inside of the foot. We're gonna walk those hands back to center. This time those toes are gonna turn inward. A little bit of a pigeon-toed stance with your feet and just relax the weight of the upper body down. So bend the elbows, let your upper body be heavy. Can you feel that really nice stretch through the outsides of your ankles with those toes turned in? Inhale, lift back halfway. Turn the toes out and slowly walk to the back of your mat. Spinning on the ball of the foot to come into a runner's lunge. Now you can always adjust however you need to adjust. Don't ever feel like you're stuck someplace on your mat. If our stance is too wide, if it's too narrow, whatever it is, take care of yourself. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lift your hips, straighten that front leg, back heel down, square your hips, nose towards your knee. There's that holy cow stretch. I can feel it. Inhale it back to that runner's lunge. Exhale, lift your sit bones, straighten that front leg, square those hips, nose towards your knee. And we're going to do that one more time. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, lift those hips, straighten that front leg, square your hips, nose towards your knee. Inhale back to runner's lunge. Slowly walk your hands back to center. Toes are going to turn out to the outside corners of your mat. Relax the weight of the upper body down. Breathe, just breathe. So we're just going to let gravity do all the work here. Now if you are taking special care of your lower back today, you're going to place your hands just above your knees, bend your knees and begin to roll up. Back feels amazing and you want to strengthen it. Extend those arms out to a T, lengthen through the crown of the head and slowly rise. Hinging all the way back up. Till you reach the top, give yourself just a second. Breathe. Relax your arms. Turn towards the top of the mat, toes towards the top of the mat, giant step forward to mountain. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, cactus arms, squeeze those shoulder blades, squeeze those elbows. Inhale, reach to the sky. One more time, exhale, cactus arms, squeeze. Spread those fingers wide. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through, up dog. Hold your up dog. We're on the tops of our feet. How much of your legs can you get off the mat? Roll those shoulders back, gazing upward or straight ahead. As you exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips to down dog. And once again, just gently alternate bending knees. A little opportunity to check in, to let go of any tension that might be building. We want to let it go, not build it. Inhale up to the balls of the feet, and as you exhale, turn your heels out, toes in, and let your heels sink. Little bit of a pigeon-toed stance here with those feet. Adding a little tip of the pelvis, reaching your sit bones to the sky, allowing your head to be heavy. Give it a little shake, yes or no, let go of that tension. We inhale, lifting the heels, spinning those heels back towards one another, and then heels gently sink. We shift our weight to our left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through. Back heel to the floor, stand tall to warrior one. Square your hips. Press that back heel into the mat. Shoulders are soft and away from the ears. Little bit of a pelvic tilt just to keep the back safe. We don't want to overextend that back. Can cause a pinching of that lower lumbar. Bringing the palms to touch. Interlace the fingers all but the index finger and thumb. And as you exhale, begin to hinge it forward. Gazing out in front of those right toes. We open those arms out to a T and shift our weight forward up onto the ball of the back foot. And as you're ready, up onto that right leg. Square your hips. Add a flex to that left foot. Staying here or hinging as deeply into warrior three as you like. Being mindful that left hip is going to want to lift. We want to keep those hips side by side. Let's sweep those arms back to flight, turning your palms towards the sky. Thumbs point towards you. Reach through those fingertips. Strong through that upper and middle back. Strong through the belly. Open those arms back out to a T. Bend your supporting leg. Giant step back to warrior one. Find your perfect warrior one. Circle the arms forward. Back of the hands pull towards the back of the room as you open your chest. Gaze to the sky. Arms in a low V. Reach out through those fingertips. Feel that stretch through the chest. That activation through that upper and middle back. Now rotate palms to the sky. Finish your circle. Arms overhead. Flow forward. Hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips. Sweep it back. Extend right leg to the sky. And gently release it down. Holding your down dog or inhale it to high plank. Core strong. Left hand up and out in a diagonal line. One push up. And again. Pull it in. Right hand up and out. One push up. And again. Back in. Lift your hips to down dog. Find your breath. Let your head be heavy. We shift our weight to our right foot. Left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through. Back heel to the floor. Stand tall. Warrior one on the left side. Back heel pressing into the mat. Outside edge of that back foot pressing into the mat. Shoulders soft. Drawing that right hip forward, left hip back. Bring the palms to touch. Interlace the fingers all but the index finger and thumb. Inhale, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, begin to hinge it forward. Long diagonal line down the back of your body. Can you feel that length from the tips of your fingers out to the heel? Open those arms out to a T. Shift your weight forward up onto the ball of the back foot. And as you're ready, up onto that left leg. Square your hips. Add a flex to that right foot. Stay where you are, or begin to hinge deeper into warrior three. Keeping those hips level. Again, that right hip wants to lift. Core is strong. Sweeping the arms back to flight. Turn your palms to the sky. Thumbs point towards you. Roll those shoulders back. Activate that upper back. Lengthen through those fingertips. Arms back out to a T. Bending your supporting leg. Giant step back to your warrior one. Find your warrior one. Circle the arms forward. Back of the hands pull towards the back of the room. Open the chest. Arms in that low V. Still squared hips. Stay true to that warrior pose. Rotate palms to the sky. Big circle of those arms overhead. Flow forward. Hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips. Sweep it back. Extend left leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. Holding your down dog or inhale it to high plank. Let's take it super slow and melt. Take your time. Keep the length through the crown of the head. Keep those elbows right by your rib cage. Just super slow, taking your time down. Press it through up dog. And sit it back to child's pose. Breathe. Find your breath. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands to the left. Reach through those right fingertips, press your hips to the right. And just notice if it feels different at all this time. We come back to it. Inhale, lift just slightly. Walk your hands back through center. And then over to the right, reaching through those left fingertips, press your hips to the left. Relax the weight of the upper body down. Inhale, lift just slightly. Walk your hands back through center to child's pose. Just breathe. We're going to come to a fun pose today. Oftentimes we balance on our feet. It's fun to balance on your hands. If you are totally adverse to this, great chance to just kind of relax for a moment. We're going to walk our hands up. We're going to tuck our toes, and we're going to come up to a nice little squatting position. So if you're taking care of your knees today, this might not be the best place for you anyway. So just take care of yourselves. We're going to come to crow pose today. So with crow pose, I want you to focus on a really big, wide stance with your hands. So big platform. And we're going to place those hands with our fingers spread wide, about shoulder width apart. You might think that the wider the hands are, the more balance we create. We want to line those hands up right below the shoulders. We're going to find a focal point out in front of us, maybe 5 or 6 inches out in front. And we're going to start to shift our weight forward and place our knees, kind of the insides of the knees, right against the back of the elbow, just above your elbow. And we're going to slowly begin to shift our weight forward, core staying strong, again gazing out in front of those fingertips, kind of centered. And you're just going to slowly, slowly shift your weight forward so that you might be able to lift your toes. Core is strong. Now you can come in and out of this pose as much as you like. We don't want to jump. We want to guide our weight forward. So again, as I said, if this is not for you, that's okay. Take your time. As you're ready, slowly come back and come down onto one knee and the other. Sitting back onto those heels. Again, if you're taking care of knees, maybe not the very best place for you. We sit up nice and tall. If you like, just come into a forward fold. Relax. So legs are long, just coming forward. If you like, come forward, tuck your toes. Now as we tuck those toes, you're going to start to feel a stretch in the arches of the feet. Our hands can stay supporting our weight forward, or we can start to walk our hands back up the thighs. So the more weight you put on the heels and moving towards the back, the more stretch you're going to find. So this might send you into a foot cramp. I'm sorry if it did. Pretty normal. So just take a second, wiggle your toes. If it feels right to you, bring one hand behind you and then the other. You can always change your mind, guys. Core is strong. Now if it feels right to you, lift your hips, press those toes into the mat, open your chest, roll those shoulders back. Breathe. Slowly lowering your bottom, keeping that core strong. Pull one hand back to your thigh and then the other. Slowly coming forward, release your hands, untuck your toes, wiggle your toes, and sit it back to child's pose. Breathe. And again, let's slowly walk those hands up, coming up to a tabletop position. We're going to cross that right leg up and over the left, and we're going to bring those knees to tightly squeeze together. And we're going to open up those feet behind us, just into a nice wide V. Take a giant step forward with one hand and then the other, and then begin to press those sit bones back towards that back wall. Lengthening and reaching from the tips of your fingers out to those sit bones. So really starting to feel a nice stretch in that right hip. If you're really not feeling anything or you really want a deeper stretch, You can start to walk your hands back towards your knees. If you're happy there, stay there. So as we come back, we're going to place our bottom between the feet. I'm going to turn so that I can see you and you can see me. So we work to stack the knees as best we can. Chest is lifted, core is strong. Hands just to the soles of your feet. And we're going to work to get that hip back to the mat. You can close your eyes and you can just focus on getting those hips down. Letting go of tension. So maybe it's in the opposite hip. That's okay. Just notice where it is and see if you can let any of it go. Now let's slowly walk the hands forward and relax the weight of the upper body down. So just as little support as you need on those hands. You can absolutely keep those hands to the soles of the feet. But if you need the support with the hands, use it. Find your breath. Lengthen through the crown of the head and slowly rise. All the way back up. And we come forward, up onto all fours once again. Releasing that right knee and switching to the left. So that left leg comes up and over. Squeeze those knees together as tightly as you can and then open up those feet behind you in that nice wide V. Stepping one hand forward and then the other. We give a little push with those hands, guiding our weight back. Lengthening through the spine, relaxing the weight of your head. Breathe. Now again, you can choose to stay right here. If you're not quite feeling the stretch or you want a little deeper stretch, we're going to start to walk those hands back. Sitting our bottom between those feet, so we're not sitting on the heel. Again, I'm going to turn just so that you can see me and I can see you. I wish I could see you. Sitting up nice and tall, resting those shoulders long through the neck. We work to stack our knees. It might not be perfect, that's okay. And then we're going to work to get that hip back towards the mat. To lengthen that spine and sit up nice and tall. You can close your eyes. The biggest thing is we really want to give ourselves just a few moments to let go of that resistance. Your body's initial response is to really tense up. We want to let it know that it's okay to relax. So big deep breaths, those exhales are what's going to help let things release. Now you can stay tall. You can keep the hands on the soles of the feet, or you can start to walk those hands forward. Entirely up to you. Do you need the support? Take it. Don't need the support? Keep the hands on the soles of the feet. Relax the weight of your upper body down. Just big deep breaths. Core strong, lengthen through the crown of the head. Hinge it all the way back up. Good, come on forward. Release that left leg and sit it back to child's pose. Take as much time as you need in child's pose. As you're ready, slowly walk your hands up. Let's come over onto one hip and sweep those feet around, sliding down to the top of your mat, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, reach to the sky, flex your feet. As you exhale, lengthen and hinge it forward. Tummy down, chest down, hands, and then relax the weight of your head. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your feet, close your eyes, and slowly roll it back. Take your time. And relax. Pull one knee in towards your chest and then the other. Let's lift the soles of the feet and flex the feet. Knees are bent. We open up those knees just a little bit wider than the width of your rib cage. And we're going to reach up with those hands. Can you find the outside edge of your foot? Now, a lot of times that tailbone's going to lift. We want to work to place that tailbone, that entire vertebra, all of them back down onto the floor. As you iron out your spine, feel that length. Feel the height, even though you're laying down. Now use the strength of the arms to start to pull those knees towards the floor, right along the outside edge of your rib cage. So we're activating through the arms, upper and middle back. Core is working strong to keep that tailbone from lifting. And we get this amazing stretch to the inner thigh and through those hips. This is dead bug or happy baby. Releasing that intensity, drawing those knees back together, hands to your shins, just below your knees, and rock side to side. Just that little rock side to side, massaging your back, letting go of tension, realigning your pelvis. So many wonderful things here. We come back to center. Extend both arms out to a T. Pull those knees out and away from you just a little bit and slowly lower your legs to the right. As low as you can let them go. And then press that left shoulder back to the mat as you turn your gaze over that left arm. Now here we just let gravity do all the work for us. We breathe slow and steady. Taking your gaze back towards the sky, slowly pull those knees back to center. Knees remain at 90 degrees. And then we're just ever so gently going to let both knees come to the left. As low as you can let those knees come. If they can relax to the floor, awesome. Now press that right shoulder towards the floor and turn your gaze out over that right arm. And then just close your eyes. Flexibility in the spine, such an important piece of our overall health. Let your breath just flow. Our twisting pose is wonderful at wringing out tension, stress, tightness, negative energy. Now slowly pull it back to center. Extend one leg out and gently let it come down. Other leg out and gently let it come down. Extend the arms overhead. Reach as far as you can reach. Point your toes. Reach to those fingertips. It's okay if the back arches a little bit. Just really feel that extension. Then sweep those arms around by your sides. Pull those knees in towards your chest, one or both. And as you exhale, rock it up. Turn towards me. Cross those legs. Sit up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders, close your eyes, rest your hands comfortably wherever you like. And we're just going to take a few big, full, deep breaths. Let your mind be clear. Let that breath flow. Let go of the rest of the world. Celebrate with a sense of joy and a sense of gratitude this journey that we've taken today. The exploration, the adventure, learning about the mind, the body, the breath, the spirit. An amazing gift. Just a couple more big, deep breaths. And let's gently open the eyes. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky. And exhale, thumbs to heart center. I can't thank you enough for taking the time for yourself, but to choose to spend it with me, I appreciate it more than you know. And it's a pleasure to be a part of your day. Take care of yourself. Be well, stay safe. And until the next time.